All right, really great to be with you here, guys, today. I'm Max. I founded a company called Klar a few years ago. Prior to that, I was working in e-com for 10 years myself. Back at the time, I still had some hair. That is gone. But I was CMO of a company called Y-Food. For those based in the UK, it's a similar concept to Huel, drinkable meal, scaled that from like 10 to 100 million in revenue. In the meantime, was sold to Nestlé for close to 500 mil. And while there, everything got a lot more complex, the team grew, and I was looking for a tool to get my data under control and couldn't really find anything, so that's the idea of where Klar comes from. And I was looking for something that brings together the three main drivers of growth, being acquisition, retention, and profitability, something that can also handle complexity that's not one size fits all, but can be set up by a business user to cater for that complexity, and is at the same time affordable, quick to set up, and offers great support. And we've been doing that for 3 years now, have close to over 1,000 brands now, some of really big names like Loop earplugs, a while from the UK, Holy, which is probably the fastest growing brand in Europe right now. And what is really amazing about that is that essentially all of this comes through one way or another, word of mouth, right? So 50% of our new customers come from our existing customers. Another significant chunk come also from our partnership motion. And this is really based on by the fact that I think we are quite, from a people point of view, unique as a company, as in we're 70% tech and 30% people who have worked in e-com that support our customers, right? And it's a great product and great service that kind of like leads to lots of referrals. And then Niklas Röffler and I sat down, I think late last year, and we're thinking about, okay, how can we also apply the same mindset that we have for our customers to our partnerships, right? And so not just enabling our customers to grow, but also our partners to grow. And then we started a conversation of, okay, what are the things that you guys really care about? Like what's really important, right? And essentially it's two things, right? You want to have more business and you want to have happy clients. Everything else is kind of like a nice to have. If you have those two things, you're going to be happy, you're going to be successful. And we thought about, okay, how can we help you accomplish that? And first thing, happy clients. I think you all realize that e-com brands are always demanding for more and more and more, right? It's not longer enough to just build the shop, right? You really have to understand the business. The customer has to feel like you have to understand what their problems are, how you're trying to solve them. And we kind of built something over the last few months to kind of support you with that. I think the first thing is that we do lots of enablement sessions with the agencies where we like show you, okay, actually, what are the numbers of the customers? How can you work with the clients? How can you advise them on how to improve their business itself? But then also we built a full stack consulting team within Klar of some really experienced e-com guys. So it's Jonas and Uli at the bottom. Uli was CMO of a 9-figure brand. Jonas was head of marketing of a mid 8-figure brand. They're literally in there and jump into your client accounts and do like full data audits, right? They literally tell you everything that you have to know and care about when working with your client, right? And that really is adjusted to what kind of agency you are. So are you a shop building agency? Are you a performance marketing agency? Are you an email marketing agency? Are you a CEO agency? They dive in there and tell you everything you have to know about that client so that you can do the best possible work, and then benchmarks about acquisition, strategy, retention. And you get a full stack that you can use as a basis, and even some of our agency partners actually go on and then sell that as a data audit to their clients as well, which essentially becomes free money for you. But then, some quotes, some agencies, how much they love those audits and how it's amazing. And those are not just some entry-level agencies, but like the top-tier agencies, essentially on the performance marketing side that we do have in Germany. I think then the interesting side is on the other. The interesting part is also the other side of the coin, is the business. At the end of the day, you all want to have more clients, right? That's where you make the majority of your money, no matter what kickback we offer or whatever. More clients on your end, it's going to mean more business at the end of the day. Now, there's always these cool brands, the Wows, the Loop earplugs that everybody looks to and cares about. But typically, the best customers look either like this, right? On the one hand, you have financial investors that buy lots of brands, maybe some legacy brands, and then migrate them over to a Shopify, for example. Or you have like these really established family-owned businesses that are really, really big. And if you now think about what does the agency look like that is able to convert these type of customers at the highest possible pace, probably wouldn't be these three guys, right? This is the agency in Germany that has the highest migrated GMV to Shopify in DACH in 2024. Super young guys, think a Turkish guy, a Chinese guy, and a Persian guy, all in their mid-20s that are just closing deals left and right. So how are they doing this, right? And they're using Klar in two different ways. So on the one hand, they actually have two business models, right? So they have the shop migration, but then also they have the growth consulting that they can offer. And they use Klar in both of these phases. So here's a customer of theirs, Gastro Hero, they just migrated. It's a private equity-owned company. They migrated them over to Shopify, right? But then they also sold them growth consulting afterwards, which essentially extended the customer lifetime value you can get from that one project massively. And the thing is here, especially with these PE-backed companies, is they don't really want to have 20 different service providers. As much as they can get out of one hand, it's always a preferred option for them. And yeah, essentially they're now charging 15K per month as an additional charge, as an additional retainer to their client, which kind of just massively increases their lifetime value. The other thing is, if you think about one of the most well-known traditional family-owned businesses in Germany, it's probably these guys here. Like if there's ever like a TV talk show and they need someone from like a family-owned business, they're going to have this guy on. And they're now migrating them over to Shopify. How did they do that, right? They always knew there needs to be trust, like we're not going to be able to close them tomorrow. So they came in with a retainer offer, growth consulting, showing them how it works, showing them that they care about the business, showing them that they care about the bottom line, building that trust, and now migrating them over to Shopify eventually. It can go even crazier though. So this is Nico. That was me and him kind of looking quite similar at his last office day. He is doing an agency called Ecommerce, which essentially has built an entire business around Klar, right? So he essentially, if you really boil it down, is like a fractional CMO as a service, a data analyst as a service, and he has 70 brands on retainer, paying him a few thousand per month, pretty much at its core to advise them on their numbers from Klar. And his entire agency, his processes are built around Klar. At its core, it's around, what does the business look like initially, where are the opportunities, and then how to implement it. And this is like a full framework with like different steps along the way that are all kind of Klar at its core offering. And he has built an amazing business. There's only like, I think 15 people on the team, crazy profitable. And there's a real need from brands to get support and understanding where they have the highest leverage in the business. And I think it's a very exciting service offering that now also as part of the enablement we're offering to our agency partners, more of our agency partners are rolling out to their clients, to their brand, to build a more diversified revenue stream for their agency. And that's the quick sum up. So I think our partnership program and team is really at its core built around, helping you close more business, helping you have better, happier clients. And of course, there's all the other stuff as well, like revenue shares. We also run the largest e-commerce community in DACH, so we always have brands asking for introductions and referrals to agencies as well, so we can make introduction there. There's extended trials, there's the free data audits, and a lot more, and that's all there is. So thank you all. Let's try to make yourself and e-commerce more successful, and if you want to know more, Nicholas and Raphael and myself, happy to answer any question you might have. Thank you.